Archangel Michael shares insight about your next step and personal transformation. My beloved child, this moment did not arrive by accident. There is a pause in your life right now, a holy stillness where everything feels quiet, uncertain, almost suspended, and that is the sign you have been waiting for. The old version of you has already completed its assignment. What you are sensing as restlessness is actually alignment beginning to form. I stand with you at the edge of your next step, not to rush you, but to steady you. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is closer than your doubts want you to believe. What once confused you was preparing you. What once delayed you was protecting you. You are not late. You are precisely positioned. Listen carefully to what is unfolding beneath the surface. The next step will not look dramatic at first, it will look small, subtle, even ordinary. Yet within it is the seed of a complete transformation. This is how true change always arrives, quietly, unmistakably, with a pull that refuses to be ignored. You may feel resistance rising because growth asks you to release what once felt safe. Do not misread that resistance as a warning. It is confirmation. Something huge is waiting for you, and it requires courage that is already inside you. You are being invited to move with intention, not fear, with trust, not urgency. Here is the revelation meant only for you: transformation does not begin when the world changes, it begins when your inner posture shifts. The moment you decide to move forward without needing every answer, the path will reveal itself. You will notice doors opening that you did not knock on. You will sense clarity where there was once noise. This is not coincidence, it is alignment responding to your readiness. Stay present. Stay open. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will meet you the instant you honor this moment and take the next step with confidence. There is a reason your attention keeps returning to this moment, even when you try to move on. The shift you are entering will not be loud, but it will be undeniable. What once drained you will begin to fall away without effort. What once demanded proof will no longer control your choices. This is the stage where clarity replaces confusion, and intention replaces hesitation. You are not meant to force change, you are meant to recognize it. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds when you choose awareness over anxiety, presence over pressure. You may notice signs appearing in subtle ways: a conversation that lingers in your mind, an idea that refuses to leave, a sense of calm where there used to be noise. These are not random. They are confirmations that your inner direction is realigning. The next step will feel lighter than expected because it is aligned with who you are becoming, not who you were. Let go of the need to explain yourself to those who only knew your past. This transformation is personal, precise, and purposeful. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not require permission from anyone else. Here is the truth that changes everything. When you move in harmony with your deeper calling, resistance dissolves. Effort turns into flow. Doubt turns into discernment. You will realize that the delay you feared was actually refinement in progress. Every experience has sharpened your awareness, strengthened your intuition, and prepared you to recognize what truly matters. Trust what is unfolding now. Do not rush it, and do not retreat from it. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is responding to your willingness to step forward with quiet confidence and steady faith. A deeper awareness is beginning to rise within you, and it may feel unfamiliar at first. This is because you are no longer operating from old patterns. The way you see yourself is changing, and with that shift, your choices will begin to reflect a stronger sense of direction. You are being drawn toward what is real, not what is familiar. Pay attention to what feels peaceful even before it makes sense. That calm is guidance. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is aligned with the version of you that no longer needs validation to move forward. What is leaving your life now is doing so without conflict. This is how you know the transformation is genuine. Struggle was never meant to be permanent, it was meant to teach discernment. You are stepping into a phase where effort becomes intentional, not exhausting. Old fears may attempt to resurface, but they no longer have authority. They are echoes, not instructions. You are being trained to trust your inner signal over external noise. Something huge is waiting for you, and it arrives when you choose clarity instead of comfort. This is the moment to recognize your own readiness. Not perfection, readiness. You do not need to be fearless, you only need to be willing. The path ahead will reveal itself step by step, not all at once, because you are learning to walk with trust. Each decision made from alignment strengthens the next. You are no longer circling the same ground. You are moving forward, even if it feels quiet. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will confirm itself the moment you honor the truth rising within you. What comes next will feel different because it is built on discernment, not impulse. You are learning to pause before reacting, to sense before deciding, and that awareness is your strength now. This stage of transformation is not about becoming someone else, it is about shedding what was never truly you. You may notice that certain desires no longer excite you, while others feel deeply aligned even without logic. That is the sign of inner recalibration. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is connected to this refined clarity that is quietly taking shape. There is also a shift happening in how you relate to time. Urgency is dissolving, replaced by confidence in timing. You are no longer chasing outcomes, you are choosing direction. This is powerful. When you stop running toward the future begins to move toward you. Opportunities will start to align naturally, without force or pressure. Pay attention to what feels steady, not rushed. Something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds when you act from certainty rather than fear of missing out. Here is the insight that completes this phase: true transformation is recognized by peace, not noise. When you are on the right path, you will feel grounded even while stretching beyond your comfort zone. That grounded feeling is your confirmation. You are not meant to explain this journey to everyone. Some things are meant to be lived, not justified. Trust the calm confidence growing inside you. Stay present with it. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is responding to the quiet strength you are now embodying. What you are stepping into now is stability after motion, clarity after searching. This is the phase where your inner voice becomes stronger than outside opinions. You will notice that decisions feel simpler, not because life is easier, but because you are no longer divided inside. Alignment creates momentum without chaos. The confidence rising in you is quiet, steady, unshakable. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not require you to prove yourself, It only asks you to be present and willing to move with honesty. You are also releasing an old habit, measuring your progress by comparison. Your path was never meant to match anyone else's timing. What is unfolding for you has its own rhythm, its own purpose. The moment you stop questioning whether you are doing enough, you will realize how far you have already come. This awareness is transformative. It changes how you walk, how you speak, how you choose. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is drawn to this grounded sense of self you are now embodying. Understand this final truth of this season: transformation becomes permanent when it is accepted, not forced. You are no longer trying to become ready, you are ready. The next step will confirm this in a way that feels natural, even inevitable. Trust the calm certainty guiding you forward. Do not rush, and do not doubt what you already know within. Stay open, stay aware, and stay aligned. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is unfolding exactly as it should, through you and because of you. Now you may begin to sense a quiet authority settling into your life. Not control over others, but mastery over your own direction. This is where transformation becomes visible, even without announcement. Your presence will feel different to people, though they may not know why. You will move with less explanation and more certainty. This is not withdrawal, it is focus. When your energy is no longer scattered, it becomes powerful. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this inner alignment more than any outward action. You will also notice that what once felt overwhelming now feels manageable. This is because you are no longer carrying what was never yours to hold. Expectations, guilt, and old narratives are loosening their grip. In their place, discernment is growing. You will know when to move and when to wait, when to speak and when silence is strength. This balance is the result of growth you cannot rush or fake. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is drawn to this calm confidence that cannot be shaken by noise or doubt. Here is what you are meant to understand as this phase unfolds: your next step is not about proving readiness, it is about honoring truth. The more honest you are with yourself, the clearer the path becomes. You are no longer standing at the threshold, you are crossing it. Walk forward with awareness, not urgency. Trust what feels grounded, not dramatic. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will meet you in the steadiness of your next intentional step. A new sense of trust is forming between you and your own intuition. Where you once second-guessed yourself, there is now a quiet knowing. This does not mean uncertainty disappears, it means uncertainty no longer controls you. You are learning to move even when the outcome is not fully visible, because your inner guidance has become reliable. This is a powerful shift. Something huge is waiting for you, and it reveals itself when you act from inner alignment rather than external reassurance. You may find that certain connections, habits, or environments no longer resonate. This is not loss, it is refinement. Your awareness has expanded, and with it, your tolerance for what drains you has diminished. Protecting your energy is no longer selfish, it is necessary. This discernment allows you to invest yourself where growth is mutual and purposeful. Something huge is waiting for you, and it thrives in the space you create by choosing quality over familiarity. As you continue forward, remember this: growth does not always feel like progress in the moment. Sometimes it feels like stillness, sometimes like uncertainty, sometimes like letting go without replacement yet in sight. Trust that this space is not empty, it is being prepared. You are not wandering, you are transitioning. Stay grounded in the present step, not the entire journey. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is unfolding through your willingness to trust what you already sense within. What is emerging now is a deeper alignment between who you are and how you live. This harmony will simplify your decisions without making your life smaller. You will begin to notice that clarity shows up before action, guiding you gently rather than pushing you forcefully. This is the reward of inner work finally settling into practice. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is attracted to this consistency between your values and your movement. You are also learning that patience is not delay, it is preparation. The calm you feel is not a pause in progress but evidence that resistance has ended. When you stop fighting your own growth, energy returns naturally. Ideas flow, conversations align, and timing feels supportive instead of stressful. This is how transformation integrates. Something huge is waiting for you, and it comes forward when your inner pace matches your outer steps. Hold this understanding close as you continue. You do not need to announce your evolution for it to be real. The most meaningful changes often unfold quietly, strengthening you from the inside out. Let your actions speak in their own time. Trust the steadiness you are developing. Stay open, stay grounded, stay aware. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is responding to the calm certainty that now guides your path. A subtle confidence is beginning to shape the way you move through your days. You are no longer seeking constant reassurance, because your direction feels internally anchored. This does not make you rigid, it makes you clear. Flexibility now comes from strength, not confusion. When challenges arise, you will meet them with steadiness instead of urgency. Something huge is waiting for you, and it recognizes this grounded presence as readiness. You may notice that your focus is narrowing, not in limitation but in purpose. Distractions that once pulled at you are losing their hold. This is the sign of alignment becoming practical. Your energy is being preserved for what truly matters. With fewer internal conflicts, your actions carry more impact. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this refined attention and intentional movement. Carry this awareness forward. You are not meant to have every answer before you begin. Growth unfolds through engagement, not prediction. Each step taken in sincerity strengthens the next. Trust the calm assurance guiding you now. You are no longer preparing to begin, you are already in motion. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will meet you as you continue forward with clarity, balance, and quiet determination. A new relationship with yourself is taking form, built on respect rather than pressure. You are learning to listen before acting, to sense when something is aligned instead of forcing momentum. This self-trust is the foundation of lasting transformation. When you honor your own signals, life responds with coherence. Something huge is waiting for you, and it aligns with this deeper self-respect you are now embodying. You will find that your responses to situations are changing. Where you once reacted quickly, you now respond thoughtfully. This space between stimulus and action is power. It allows you to choose growth over habit, clarity over impulse. These small shifts accumulate into meaningful change. Something huge is waiting for you, and it emerges through these consistent, conscious choices. As you move forward, remember that progress does not always announce itself. Often, it shows up as peace where there was tension, confidence where there was doubt, and direction where there was noise. Trust this evolution. You are not becoming someone new, you are returning to what is authentic. Stay present with this process. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will continue to reveal itself as you walk forward with awareness and calm certainty. A quiet certainty is now shaping the way you view your future. You are no longer imagining it with anxiety, but sensing it with trust. This shift changes everything. When fear loosens its grip, creativity and insight take its place. You begin to see possibilities instead of obstacles. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this open, steady mindset that no longer anticipates loss. You may notice that your inner dialogue has softened. The voice that once criticized now observes, guides, and supports. This is not weakness, it is maturity. Compassion toward yourself allows growth to happen without resistance. You are learning that strength does not require harshness. Something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds when you treat yourself with the same clarity and patience you offer others. Let this understanding settle in you. The path ahead does not demand perfection, only sincerity. You are allowed to learn as you go, to adjust without self-judgment, to progress without comparison. Each step taken in honesty reinforces your direction. Stay grounded in what feels true. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will continue to meet you as you move forward with balance, integrity, and trust. A deeper sense of alignment is now influencing even your smallest decisions. You may not consciously think about it, but you feel it, an inner agreement between thought, intention, and action. This is how transformation stabilizes. When your inner world settles, your outer world begins to reflect that order. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is responding to this harmony you are creating within yourself. You are also learning to recognize what truly deserves your energy. Not everything requires a response, and not every opportunity requires acceptance. Discernment is becoming natural, not forced. This allows you to move forward without depletion. Your choices feel cleaner, more intentional. Something huge is waiting for you, and it aligns with this ability to choose depth over noise, meaning over distraction. Hold this truth gently: growth does not always feel exciting, but it always feels right. The calm confidence guiding you now is not accidental, it is earned through awareness and patience. Trust this phase, even if it feels quiet. Quiet does not mean empty, it means focused. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is unfolding through your steady commitment to live in alignment with what you know is true. You are entering a phase where your actions begin to feel natural rather than forced. There is less inner negotiation, less hesitation before movement. This is the sign that alignment has taken root. When effort and intention merge, progress becomes sustainable. You are no longer pushing yourself forward, you are allowing yourself to move. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this ease that comes from inner agreement. You may notice a growing comfort with uncertainty. Not because you enjoy not knowing, but because you trust your ability to respond. This trust changes how you experience challenges. They become information instead of threats. Each situation teaches you more about your direction. Something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds as you continue to choose curiosity over fear and awareness over assumption. Remember this as you continue: transformation is not a single moment, but a sequence of conscious choices. You are making those choices now, often without realizing how powerful they are. Stay present with what is in front of you. Let your steps be intentional, not rushed. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will reveal itself fully as you continue forward with clarity, patience, and quiet confidence. A sense of inner balance is beginning to steady everything you do. You are no longer pulled strongly in opposite directions, because your priorities are clearer now. This balance gives you resilience. When unexpected situations arise, you remain centered instead of reactive. That steadiness is not accidental. It is the result of growth integrating into your daily life. Something huge is waiting for you, and it aligns with this calm strength that now defines your movement. You may observe that your expectations have shifted. You are less focused on immediate results and more attentive to meaningful progress. This change protects you from frustration and keeps you aligned with long-term direction. Patience has become a tool, not a test. Each step you take builds quietly upon the last. Something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds in response to this steady, intentional pace. Keep this understanding close: confidence does not always feel loud or dramatic. Often, it feels like quiet readiness. You are not waiting for permission or perfect timing anymore. You are prepared to move when the moment arrives. Trust that preparation. Stay grounded in your awareness. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will meet you as you continue forward with composure, clarity, and purpose. You are now becoming comfortable with your own pace, and this is a powerful shift. When you stop rushing yourself, your decisions gain depth and clarity. There is no longer a need to prove progress to anyone else. Your journey is internal first, and that inner stability is what guides your outward movement. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this self-trust that no longer seeks external validation. Grounded. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will continue to reveal itself as you walk forward in calm alignment and quiet confidence. A quiet assurance is now woven into your everyday awareness. You are no longer questioning whether you are on the right path. You are sensing it through how naturally your life is aligning. This assurance does not eliminate challenges, but it changes how you meet them. You face them with steadiness rather than resistance. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this calm acceptance of where you are and where you are going. You may find that your attention is drawn more strongly to what nourishes you and less to what merely distracts you. This refinement is intentional. Your energy is becoming selective, and that selectivity protects your progress. When you choose what sustains you, growth becomes sustainable. Something huge is waiting for you, and it aligns with this conscious care you are now giving to your inner and outer world. Let this understanding anchor you: forward movement does not require constant effort, only consistent awareness. You are learning to recognize alignment as it happens and to follow it without overthinking. Trust this rhythm. Stay present with each step. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will continue to unfold through your steady commitment to live in harmony with your deeper truth. There is a growing sense of ease in how you relate to change now. Where change once felt disruptive, it now feels like a natural extension of your growth. This shift allows you to adapt without losing yourself. You are no longer clinging to what was, you are cooperating with what is becoming. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this openness that no longer resists evolution. You may notice that your confidence is less about certainty and more about trust. Trust in your ability to respond, to adjust, to learn. This kind of confidence is resilient. It does not collapse under uncertainty. Instead, it uses uncertainty as information. Something huge is waiting for you, and it aligns with this flexible strength that keeps you grounded while moving forward. Hold on to this awareness. Progress is not measured by speed, but by alignment. You are moving at the pace that allows integration, not exhaustion. Each step is reinforcing your direction. Stay attentive to what feels steady and true. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will continue to meet you as you move forward with openness, balance, and quiet resolve. You may notice that your sense of direction feels quieter but more certain. This is because doubt is losing its influence. You are not pushing against life anymore, you are moving with it. This cooperation creates flow where resistance once lived. Even challenges begin to feel purposeful rather than obstructive. Something huge is waiting for you, and it aligns with this ability to move forward without inner conflict. Carry this truth with you. Transformation reaches its strength when it becomes normal. When growth feels like who you are, not something you are trying to achieve. You are arriving at that place now. Let your actions remain steady, your awareness remain open, and your trust remain.